What's going on, guys? This is the Magic Power here, bringing you another ORAS Wi-Fi battle. This one against Devante, and looking at his team, he has a pretty interesting team. I mean, he's got the Murkrow there, he's got the Raichu, the Mismagius, you know, pretty cool things. I have the Hoopa and the Zelf, the shiny Zelf that you've probably never seen on the channel. I'm also bringing a Perugly, which is a thing. Expropel Crocodile, physically defensive, Vaporeon, and special attacking Mega Glalie. So let's get into this. We'll probably have at least 2 battles with this team, just because I used it so much. I don't exactly know why, and I think I had the same song, so you're gonna hear the rival battle song for probably the next 2 battles, I guess. So he's gonna go with Terrakion, which was a big threat, but I decided to get my rocks up just in case he over predicted and went for something. Here, let me center this real quick. Alright, I guess that works. He's gonna bring me down to my sash with his X scissors, so that's fine. I knew I was gonna outspeed, so that's what I did. I went for the U-turn on this turn, which is great because I get the initiative on this Mismagius, and Mismagius is always a problem. I mean, oh wait, no, sorry, I went for Psychic. I didn't go for that. So that Psychic does a really good amount considering I'm not really invested in special attack. I'm physically so kind of based, but Mismagius isn't, you know, that bulky to begin with, so I'm gonna go to my Crocodile as a U-turn, get the meaningless Intimidate off, and he's going off the Shadow Ball, which is not really gonna do a lot. I do have a good amount of HP investment, so I'm gonna be able to tank that. He does get the special defense drop though, which is really bad. He's going to die to Life Orb next turn though, but unfortunately he has to go for the freaking Destiny Bond, which is going to take out my Crocodile. I went for the Thunder Wave, or the Thunder Fang, just in case he switched in. There was one Pokemon that I thought he might switch in. It was like a Flying type. I remember he had a Flying type on his team, but I'm not sure. He just goes straight away and just takes out my Crocodile. At this point, I was pretty pissed, so I just went into Pudding Lover, which is my Perugly, and I had Fake Out, but I knew that if he was timid max speed, then he probably would outspeed me, and he is clearly, or maybe it's just a speed tie, but yeah, he gets the Fake Out off first, and then he outspeeds again with the Volt Switch, and that's gonna kill me. So I was adamant. I think Raichu and Perugly have the same base speed, so he was probably like something, and he showed he was mixed with the Fake Out and Volt Switch, so he probably had like either Naive or Hasty. But yeah, now he's gonna go into the Dawn, which is his Murkrow. I had initiative on this thing, so I just went into a Zelf. I knew that as long as he didn't have Swagger and Smack Myself, then I was good. He actually just ended up going for the Toxic, which is honestly fine, because I'm just gonna explode on something, and his Mismagius is gone, so something's taking a heavy hit, and it's gonna be this Murkrow. And it's not gonna like it at all, and yeah, it's just gonna die. There's no reason why he should live that, and he didn't. So, kind of just clear the field, you know. I get a crit, which I'm not sure it mattered, to be honest, but I don't know. It's there. So at this point, I felt like it was a good idea to go into Dungeon here. Now, Dungeon actually gets inner focus, or Glalie actually gets inner focus before it Mega Evolves, so I'm gonna stay a regular Glalie to take this Fake Out, so that I can kill him next turn. Because if I had Mega Evolved, then I would have flinched. But since I have Inner Focus, I get a meaningless crit there. I did, you know, completely useless crit there. But yeah. So yeah, now he brings in the Terrakion, and I can't stay in because I kind of want this thing for maybe Cresselia. I mean, I have Dark Pulse, so that's a thing. So I'm probably gonna want to keep it around. I'm gonna go to Vaporeon because it is my quote-unquote physically defensive mon, but he he gets a critical hit. And at that point, I knew he was choice banded. Even with a crit, he shouldn't be able to take out my Vaporeon. I know that Vaporeon has a pretty bad defense stat, but it's got a lot of HP, so there's no reason for him to just kill me there. So he's gonna bring in Cresselia, which I thought was a little weird. I knew he was gonna switch out, but I just went for the Hyperspace Hold just in case. I mean, I knew something was taking a hit, so it just ended up being the Cresselia. I'm actually gonna steal the leftovers with Magician, because I didn't have an item on there for a reason, so I could steal an item. And actually, it turns out to be leftovers. So, I'm gonna go for a substitute here. I know that Psychic probably can't break a sub, which is why I went for a substitute there. So, he actually, wait, did he outspeed me? Yeah, he did outspeed my Hoopa, because I'm max HP and max special attack. That's really why he outsped. So, I'm gonna go with the Shadow Ball here, because I know it wasn't going to kill under the light screen, but I had to get something off. My best play was probably to just Nasty Plot, because I had sub Nasty Plot, Hyperspace Hole, and Shadow Ball. I know I can't really hit Dark types very well, but I wouldn't stay in on Dark types anyway. But, yeah, he's going for the Psychic now, and luckily with that, some good HP investment there, I'm going to not get, the sub isn't going to break with the Psychic, so I'm going to take him out there. Sorry, my voice is a little dry. So, Cresselia goes down. At this point, he had Terrakion and Beedrill left. So, I didn't really know which one he was going to go into, but I felt like Terrakion was more important for him. So, I thought he might go into Beedrill, and he actually does go into Waspinator, which would not be the Terrakion. Of course, it's the Beedrill. And I kind of, sorry, I'm saying that's kind of boring, but whatever. He's gonna Mega Evolve. God. Alright, he's gonna Mega Evolve. I knew he was going to go for Protect, but I didn't really have an option. I couldn't really predict that in Nasty Plot. I really, I couldn't. But I just realized, like, right before he went for Protect, that Hyperspace Hole goes through Protect. So, I'm going to get the knockout right there. Just like one of the most useless things, because you're gonna think, really, is someone really gonna protect me actually land that? But it actually did happen, which was amazing. Without that, I mean, I still would have taken out the Beedrill, because he still had to go through the substitute, but it was pretty good. So, Terrakion's gonna come in, and at this point, I kind of thought it was game, because I thought, well, maybe a Hyperspace Hole was probably gonna take him out. So I did go for it, but it turns out he actually lives it and pretty well, and I was actually kind of sad. I was pretty sad, because I didn't understand why he lived that so well, and we know this thing's Choice Banded, so it's gonna be locked into Stone Edge. I mean, that has a chance to miss, but he doesn't miss, obviously. So, my last Pokemon is Glalie, which is really bad. It's really bad, because Glalie is obviously weak to Terrakion. So, the light screen wears off. That is, oh my goodness, that's why he took that hit so well, because of the light screen. I didn't even know why he took it so well, but it was obviously the light screen. I'm like, well, why did he take that? Like, a modest max special attack with, like, a base of, like, 160. So I'm gonna go into Glalie, get the Ice Shard off. It doesn't kill. He goes for Stone Edge and misses. At this point, I forgot that he was Choice Banded. I go for the Ice Beam, because I knew another Ice Shard was not gonna take him out. So, but I had to risk it, because if he was adamant, then I would outspeed him, because I'm timid. If he was jolly, then he'd outspeed and kill me with a Stone Edge. So, I had to take that risk, because I knew without a crit, then the Ice Shard was not going to take him out. And I took the risk, and I got it. That was an amazing battle. If you're watching Devante, I mean, can't lock yourself into Stone Edge, but I guess you have to if you're against a Hoopa. So, that's going to be the game. If you guys enjoyed, please hit that like button. That would be awesome. Comment question of the day. Who's your favorite mythical Pokemon? Me, personally, I am thinking either Victini or Hoopa, because Hoopa's awesome. Or Shaman. There's just, or Manaphy. Like, there's so many. It's hard to choose. But thank you guys for watching. Please leave a like, and if you enjoyed, of course. And see you guys next time.